Hi everyone and welcome back to Dev Portal. In today's tutorial, we are going to explore the power of case statement in SQL. It is very versatile for adding conditional logic to our queries. We will cover what our case statements are, then how to use them with select statement, and we will see example with practical use case. So let's dive right in. First, let's try to understand what are case statements. A case statement in SQL works like an if-else structure in programming language. It allows us to apply conditions and return specific values based on those conditions. As you can see, I have written the syntax of the case statement here. We need to use few keywords like case, when, then we have and. So let me introduce with all of them. First we need to mention the case keyword, and then we need to mention when, condition, then result. What does this mean? It will define a condition and its corresponding output. You need to change condition with your condition and result with what output you want to provide. Then at line number 5 you can see we have mentioned else result. That will indicate the default output if no condition are met, and then we have used and keyword at line number 6, which will mark the end of the case statement. Now let's start with the basic example using employees table. We have employee ID, first name, last name, salary and department name as columns, and suppose we want to categorize employees based on their salary levels. For example, if any salary belongs to 30k, I will categorize as low category. Then if anything lies between 30 to 50k, it will be a medium category, and above 50k it will be a high category. So now let me try to write the query for that. So first let me remove all these things, and I will fetch select. Suppose employee ID I need to fetch, then I will fetch the name, first underscore name, and then I will fetch the salary so that we can verify our result. And now I will write the case here. So I will mention case and when, and now I need to mention the condition. So if salary is less than 30k, in that case it will be a low category, and when salary lies between 30 to 50k, so I need to use between keyword here, between 30 and 50, then it will be a medium category, and finally I will mention else it is a high category, and then I will use and keyword here, and I will write from employees table I will fetch this record. Let me run the query, and you can see it has categorized the salary. If a salary is less than 30k, it will categorize as low category, and if salary lies between 30 to 50k, it will give a category as medium, as you can see in the screen. Otherwise it will give it a high category. Let me show you that as well. You can see at row number 7 it is a high category, then we have row number 10 and 11 as well with high category, and 14 as well. So this query adds a new column. As you can see, it has mentioned as case. Let me give this some name. So let me alias it as salary underscore category. Let me run the query again. So now it is coming as salary category. So we have added a new column as a salary category, which will categorize each employee's salary. Case statements are also useful when working with aggregate functions like sum and count. Suppose we want to calculate the total salary paid to employees in different salary categories. As we know, we have 3 categories: low, medium and high. Now let's try to find out how much money we have paid to those categories. So first let me remove this thing. These columns are not required now, and I will mention the category, and then I will find out the total sum. So I need to use sum as a function here, and I will find the salary, total sum of salary as total salary, and this data will come from employees table. But how I will calculate the sum of those salaries from the different categories? For that I need to categorize this result into a group. So for that I need to use the group by clause as well, and inside the group by clause we will use these categories. So I will write it here, group by, and now what I will do, I will copy this case and I will use it in my group by clause as well. So what does this group by clause will do? It will create a group based on those categories low, medium and high, and then finally it will it will calculate the sum of those salaries. So if I run the query, so as you can see in this screen, we got the data. The case statement categorizes salaries into group, and then the sum salary function calculate the total salary of each group. So this is one of the example of case statement. Now let's see how we can use case statement with where and order by clause as well to make them dynamic. Suppose we want to retrieve the employees whose salary fall into specific categories. For an example, medium category employees only I want to see. In that case, how we can write the query. So first let me remove this group by clause, and in place of group by, what I will do, I will mention where condition to filter the data, and again I will paste case statement here, and I will check if it is equal to medium category. And then what I will do, I will fetch the records of employee, that is employee underscore ID, then first underscore name, and then salary. Let me fetch so that we can verify our result. And what other thing we can fetch it from here? I think we can remove case as it is not required in sum as well. So this is enough. If I run the query, so you can see we will only got the data of employees whose salary belongs to medium category. If I show you, it is 35, then 30, 50, 30, 45, 47 and 41. So it means our where condition is working perfectly. Now let's try to sort the employees by their salary category dynamically. We will use case statement with order by clause this time. So for that I will mention here order by, and what I will do for the sorting of the data, it will not work with this low, medium and high. What I will do, I will mention the priorities. So if it is low category, I will mention it as 1. If it is a medium category, I will mention it as a 2 priority, and if it is a high, then I will mention it as 3. Let me remove this medium. So our query is completed. Now let's try to run the query. So if I run it, so as you can see in the screen, we got the data. Here the case statement assigned priorities to each category, 1 for low, then medium for 2, and 3 that is belongs to high category, and then the result is sorted based on these priorities. If you notice, at row number 3 we are getting the lower salary compared to row number 1 and 2. That is only because we are after applying the sorting on the basis of priorities. Postgres by default will sort them on the basis of updated timestamp as well. If I want 6 to be come up above the 13, in that case what I can do, I will add emp underscore id. Now what does this order by will do? First it will assign the priorities on the salary. So for row number 1, 2 and 3 it will assign the 1 priority. Then after assigning the 1, it will sort them on the basis of employee ID. Now if I run this query, you can see we are getting employee ID 5, 6, 8 and then 13. So till now we have seen the examples of case statement with select, group by, order by and where condition as well. So now let's try to look at some of the practical use case as well. Suppose we want to add a flag for employees eligibility for bonus based on the department and salary. For that, what query we can write? Suppose I want to provide the bonus only to the HR department whose salary is higher than 50k. In that case, what I can do, first let me fetch here department name as well. So I will write department underscore name. If I run the query, okay, 1e I have added extra department name, so you can see department name is also coming. Now what I will do, I will add case here and I will check if department name is equal to HR and salary is above 50k. In that case I will mention it as eligible for bonus. Eligible for bonus, and let me remove these things from here and let me add comma, and otherwise it is not eligible, not eligible. And let me remove this line number 4 and let me remove employee ID as well. Now let me write from employees table. If I run the query, you can see most of the employees are not eligible. Let me find if anyone is eligible or not. So you can see one person is eligible because it belongs to HR department and salary is above 50. This is one of the ways to filter the data. This thing also I can achieve using where condition as well. Let me show you. Suppose if I write where, and just I need to copy this line. If I copy, if I paste it here, now what will we do? It will only give us the one record. So there are different ways to write the SQL queries to fetch your output. It totally depends on you. Now let's try to format the salaries by appending the currency symbol. Suppose we want to add the dollar symbol to the salaries whose are less than 50k, and if salary is above 50k, in that case we will provide 10% bonus as well, so that we can add some extra logic to our SQL. So let me remove this where condition, and here what I will do, I will mention if salary, when salary is above 50k, in that case what I will do, I will add dollar symbol, and then I will add it with salary multiply by 1.10, 10% bonus as well. Otherwise I will just print the dollar symbol with my salary. Let me run this query, and now you can see if you compare, salary is almost equal. Let me give this some name as bonus underscore flag. So let me find out if any person with higher salary. Okay, you can see it here. Here we have 75k and here we are getting 82. So this will indicate that we have printed the result with 10% bonus. So these are the different ways we can use our case statement in our SQL queries. So to summarize, we have covered what our case statements are and how they can add conditional logic to our SQL queries. Then how to use them in select, where, order by, group by clauses we have seen. In the next tutorial, we are going to explore joins in SQL, and we will see how we can use the relationship between the tables. So stay tuned for more hands-on learning. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please like the video to show your support, subscribe to Dev Portal for more SQL tutorials, and comment below your questions and suggestions. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.